Light is set, camera rolling, and action. Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to Drape Dialogues with Aalo. Today, we are stepping into the mesmerizing textile world of imagine the pattern, the textiles, the geometrical pattern which dates back to 4,000 years old. So, today we are diving into the beautiful world of Ajrakh, which also holds a very special place in our hearts, and it holds an immense significance to the culture and tradition of our motherland. Hello, but Ajrak isn't just about ancient history. It's also about making into the path into the modern contemporary style. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get into the world of Ajrak with Shauli Dattaroy, who is present amongst us. Welcome back, Shauli, again.
Hello, everyone, and I'm today really excited to share with you whatever I have learned about Ajrak while understanding about textiles of India. So let's get started.
Okay, to start with, Shauli, I am really intrigued by the word Ajrak. What does Ajrak exactly mean to the viewers? Can you elaborate what does Ajrak mean? What is the significance of the word Ajrak?
Do you remember what seller salesman had told us once when we were buying your Ajrak?
Oh yeah, this one, right, right.
Yes. What did that person say? Do you remember?
I
Ajrak,
remember just one thing, it's a joke. आज रख कल करते हैं.
it's not a joke, actually. It's not a joke because it is one part of the definition of Ajrak is because it goes through elaborate process of drying and resist dyeing and then drying the color and then dyeing again. So that way they used to keep for one day and then do it again. Why keep one day and do it again? So Ajrak kal karenge. So that was not a joke.
Yeah, I
We thought it
remember.
to be a joke, but it was not a joke. But if we go by literary meaning, Ajrak comes from the Persian word Azrak, which means the sky, or the indigo color, which is popular in Ajrak fabrics. That inspiration comes from the sky. So Azrak, and then
Hmm.
comes Ajrak. So that's where it comes from. And must
There's also a
see,
story which you were talking about when we were having a discussion sometime, that there is a very informal story which dates back to 4,000 years old about some cattle. And can you just tell for the viewers what is the story behind the village and this word Ajrak and the linkage between the culture and tradition behind, or the philosophy behind Ajrak? So let the viewers know about the story, because that's going to be really exciting. And then we'll talk about
yes.
all the indigo and all the colors and dyes later on.
Yes, true. Because Ajrak, the fabric itself is so old, like it is, there are archaeological evidences of presence of Ajrak and the technique of Ajrak dyeing 4,000 years ago, that is in the Indus Valley civilization, which we read in our history books. If you all remember this statue of the priest king, here that statue I'm putting across. So this print is very common in Ajrak fabrics. And the area where Indus Valley civilization was is also the part where Ajrak is popularly present in today's world, be it Sindh province of Pakistan or Rajasthan and Gujarat part of India. So this is that part of rich cultural heritage of Harappan civilization where this fabric and this technique of dyeing the fabric originated, and precisely during the Indus Valley mention, there is no name that can be found because their language is yet to be deciphered. Recently, I came across few articles where they are deciphering the language, but there is no mention of any name to the fabric. But when the Mughal emperors came and they experienced the culture of India, they brought along with them the Persian language. And from Persian language, this word Azrak came, which was this was given. But then again, a folklore is that because this area where Ajrak is popularly made is a desert place. So here, what used to be, people used to go out to graze their cattle very early in the morning because they have to come back by the midday. Because otherwise, it is so hot that they will fall sick, the cattle will die. So they used to go before dawn itself. So they used to do, they used to keep their cloth and then next day morning in the dark itself, because there was no electricity at that time. So in the dark itself, they used to wear the dress and again go. Now, if in the dark you are wearing a dress, you don't know which side is the correct side, which side is the opposite side. But if you see, when we are wearing any dress, maybe a sari or a dhoti or a turban, we check which is the Siddha side and which is the Ulta side, right?
Ulta side, yeah,
But
reverse.
Ajrak is an amazing fabric where the Siddha and Ulta side doesn't really matter. See this one. Is this the
Hmm.
Ulta side or a Seedha side? Can you guess?
I really
This
can't.
is the Seedha part. This is the Seedha part. This is the Ulta part. When you check in light, it's visible because this part is more shiny. This
Lighter,
is
yeah, a
matte.
little
Yeah,
darker,
this is
yeah.
matte. But if I wear this also as a sari, I'll not look bad.
Hmm.
So that's the amazing part of this, and then it is not a printed one because once you do the print on the opposite side, the print is not there. It's very faded.
Hmm.
But here it's same. So that's another very interesting fact about Ajrak.
Very, very beautiful, beautiful prints there are available in Ajraks, and every Ajrak sari looks different from each other. You know, they are totally different. Maybe the patterns can be similar, but I always find they are completely different from each other. And whenever I see an Ajrak, I'm just in love with the fabric, in love with the texture of the fabric, as well as the prints. So I have heard that there are like 16 steps to make this ajrak, and why they are so expensive in the market is just because the process of making an ajrak sari, it might take weeks for an artisan to make it. So could you let our viewers know something about the process of making an ajrak? And when you were talking about indigo and natural dyes, and I believe I have also read something like these are all natural dyes. These are not artificial colors. These are natural dyes. And the texture and the material are also all natural. So that's the reason the Ajrak saris or the Ajrak dress materials are a little expensive if we compare. You know, it's not a normal print. It's not a it's an artisan work. Can you elaborate on the steps for the viewers, Shauli?
Yes, there are so many aspects to Ajrak which makes it expensive. First thing is the 16 steps which you say. That takes at least minimum 21 days if it doesn't rain. If it rains, then the
Mm.
drying process gets slow and that way again it gets delayed. So around you can think that at least 25 to 26 days it takes for one fabric to come into the form it is now. And after that, well, processing, modern way of roll press, etc., is done. So those things are there. And in the 16 steps, they follow an elaborate resist dye technique. Like they use a paste of lime, they use a paste of alum and uh, camel dung, which is commonly available in that part of the desert of India, the Thar Desert or the Rann of Kutch or
Mm.
the Sindh province. So they use this and they form a resist dye pattern. They put the blocks on the white cloth. And what happens is wherever this mixture goes, that part turns white. So if you can see this part, I am actually wearing something which has been dyed by camel dung. Can you imagine? So
Wow.
this white part that is coming up. So this was originally the first step, this white part, so that it does not take up any other color. Next comes different colors, like whatever color palette the artisan wants the piece to be.
Hmm.
It's mostly the common primary colors, basically. Multiple colors are not available naturally. Mostly it is the blue color of that comes from the indigo plant. Then the black
Hmm.
color which you are wearing, that mostly comes from iron scraps, then jaggery, and then this one tamarind seed paste. These are made into a mixture, and then this black color comes. Then this
Hmm.
amazing red color of Ajrak, if I
Yeah, I
can
was going
show
to
you.
ask you about that maroonish color, which we have
Yes,
seen in most of the
yes.
Ajraks. It's a very
See,
predominant color.
yes. See, this is a very nice combination of white, red, blue, black. So this red color, it comes from Manjistha, a very, very good herb for
Or
skin. So,
yeah.
yes. So this is Manjistha roots, which has been used, or maybe lak or alzarin that we wear bangles that is available in Rajasthan. If someone has visited Jaipur or Jaisalmer, that there you get lak bangles. So that, and it was also used to make seals in yesteryears. So that mixture is
Yeah.
used to stain this red color. Then another color we get is yellow. Yellow comes mostly, what you think? Turmeric is a very common
Mm-hmm.
option for getting yellow. And then pomegranate seed or pomegranate residue, whatever we get, from that the yellow color comes. And again,
Mm.
we have also seen green, very beautiful green color comes. I'm putting across a picture here. So this green, green is not a primary color of the palette. So what happens is, first, the indigo color is dyed, and on top of that, yellow is dyed. So then this beautiful green color comes. So you can understand if a person is dyeing it so many times,
Yeah.
then for doing the block prints, so it takes lot of time. And then those are a bit of matte finish. But if you ask that then why my dress is shining, well, because it is not for the dye per se, it is for the fabric which it is made of.
Mm. So just when I was talking, you were talking about fabric. I also had questions in my mind, like some fabrics we have seen, particularly the one which you are wearing, is something in modal silk, if I'm not wrong. And what
Correct,
I'm
it's modern.
wearing, yeah, what I'm wearing is kind of a matte finished fabric, which is tassar silk. So typically, what are the different kinds of fabrics in which these dyes or these block prints, whatever the artisans are creating, what can they do? What are the fabrics that they play around with? So we have come across modal silk, tussar, cotton. So what is the logic behind choosing these kind of natural fabrics?
So see, whatever I told, the primary character is the fabric and the
Mm-hmm.
dye. So they have to match together. So now
Mm.
you cannot put across natural dyes in a synthetic cloth. It is difficult to get a synthetic cloth or fabric dyed with natural colors. So in pure Ajrak, it is only either cotton or silk, any form of silk, or modal silk, which is a
Mm.
silk which is formed from beech wood pulp. Okay, so modal silk, it is a cellulose part which many of you have heard, the cellulose part that is present in the wood of plants that is extracted. But yes, in modal silk, a bit in the formation of the fiber, a bit of processing is done so that the cellulose is extracted. But in cotton and
Mm.
silk, you all know that the threads come up naturally and it is spun. But this way, cellulose is made into modal silk, and these three are precisely used for original Ajrak hand dyed, natural dyed process of Ajrak making, what we are speaking.
Hmm. So, just for our viewers, I would like to tell them that someone who is a vegan can definitely go for modal silk, because modal silk is the vegan form of silk. It has no impact on any kind of animal cruelty. So, you can close your eyes and just, if you're vegan and looking for, not looking for something which is in leather or silk, but still want to adorn the natural heritage, the rich heritage of India, modal silk is the fabric for you.
See, I want to show this fabric. This is again a modal silk, and
Mm.
it's looking so lovely, so rich, yet very sophisticated. And these, what I have currently with me, these are dress materials. So
Mm.
from this, we can make a sari, we can design a sari, we can make a salwar suit, we can make even a blazer or shirt or kurtas for that matter. So
Mm.
these fabrics, they are very light and you feel so comfortable to wear because these are all
Absolutely.
natural. The dye is natural, the fabric is natural. It feels all positive. The vibe is positive of this cloth.
Mm. So I had like two saris with me. I just wanted to show the viewers and ask a question around it. These are the two saris with me. Now, how will the viewer identify which is a pure Ajrak and which is not a pure Ajrak? How will the viewers tell, or how will the viewers know by looking into the two saris which one is the pure one? And sometimes there is a huge amount of cost difference when I get the pure ajraks and when I get the artificial or semi ones. Okay, so for my viewers, how can the viewers identify that which is the pure ajrak sari and which is not?
You are a very viewer pleasing person, I must say, because you gave away the clue to them. They must have
Yes.
guessed it so far.
Yes.
But if you can hold both the fabrics on both side of yours, I can show that
Yeah.
if you talk about the pure one, the fabric is a bit matte finished one. This blue sari, it is a modal silk sari, but it is matte finish compared to the Gajji silk one. Okay.
Yeah.
Then next part is the black one. It is the Gajji silk ajrak, and its prints are digital print, so they do not have any interruptions between the designs, and it is a
Or
continuous
imperfections. They
design
are smooth.
and there are no yes, there are no imperfections. But in this, in the modal silk one, which is the new Ajrak hand printed one, you will see that there are some imperfections, like maybe somewhere the
Yeah,
dyes
I can
have
show you
little
here.
bit,
So there is
yeah,
a breakage
overlapped.
here. You see,
Correct.
there is a
So here
breakage
the
in the.
block change. Yes, here
Yeah,
the block change from one press and then the
to
next press
another.
between yeah, between the two presses this break came, so it's there. And then again, if you can show them the difference of both the side, the Siddha side and the Ulta side, in the digital print version, this is the original one. The Ulta
Correct.
side and the Siddha side, you'll see that both are same,
Correct.
right? The print is there in both the side. But in the digital print one, when you go for, you'll see this is the difference because
So this
that
is
is the
white
print.
completely, and that is
Yes,
printed on the
yes,
other side.
yes. Yes, because in this modal silk one, the whole fabric has got dyed in the color, whatever is taken. ये
Exactly.
पूरा ही अपने रंग में रंग गया है, सारे रेशे
Hmm.
रंग में रंग गए हैं, तो इसीलिए इसमें सारा कलर आया है, सीधा उल्टा फर्क पता नहीं चलता है. So that
Also,
is the
Shravani, if you
beauty.
see, the imperfections are also there in the colors. Like there will be in the white colors, it will not be perfect. There will be color
True,
spreads and color marks, because obviously they are all natural colors. They are all natural
true,
colors and made with
true,
handcraft. And these
true.
are, all digitally printed. Nevertheless, look wise, they look the same. They
They
look
look wise,
similar.
they look the same. You can sport the similar jewelry to sport them, yet to support the artistry of the craftsman, yet to own a piece of heritage, to be part of the legacy. It is important that if we can support, if we can support our culture, if we can wear something which is rooted in our culture, in our civilization, it is very important. We should very proudly do so, because Indus Valley civilization is one such civilization in this whole world which has had uninterrupted human civilization or human settlement since so many years, since 4,000, 5,000 years ago. The settlement is there as it is. In the places where the ruins are still available, next to it or one or two villages away, present day also human beings are living. So this heritage we should own up and we should carry forward to centuries forward.
100%. I mean, this should be a true living legend. And a lot of times we have seen now that these Ajrak patterns or the combination of Ajrak Bandhani, many of our clients these days have gone crazy behind Ajraks, and they are wanting to own different kinds of patterns, different kinds of fabrics, because they have understood that these are comfortable, these are sustainable, so these can continue till generations, and they are very trendy as well. So it doesn't look something which is very outdated and out of fashion. In fact, these ajraks look so modern and trendy that you can literally pair it up with any kind of jewelries. You can pair it up like in any forms. Like I'm wearing this sari today with a Siddha Pallu, so you can see even if I drape it with a normal pallu, it will look fantastic. I can drape all these Ajrak sarees with a blazer. In Australia, it's winter right now. So I was thinking like I'm gonna drape with a blazer the next time I'm wearing my indigo Ajrak saree, and I think that will look phenomenal. So it just pulls out and it just gives you that X factor. Wherever you are going, your people's head will be turning at you and looking at the piece that you are wearing in. So it's not at all something like which is lost in generations. It has also got modern finish and a modern takeaway, and it has got this upliftment, that in everything right now we have got ajrak prints, right from, as you were saying, right from, we have got it in saris, we have got it in dress materials, where you can craft it into different kinds of wear, fashionable wear. Also, you get some kind of stuff like tablecloths, or your home decors, or maybe your curtains. I mean, there are immense imagination of things that you can do around or play. So that's what I was telling, that you can use ajrak and prints, and you can use these fabrics into tablecloths, home decor, into your bed sheets, or even your curtains. There is endless imagination how you can play around with this fabric, and it will give your home decor, your lifestyle, and upliftment. It also adds a modern touch into it. So you are owning up a style which has come from generations, which has come from the Indus Valley civilization till date, and also giving a rich look in and around you. So that's the beauty of Ajrak. So
So true, Avantika. You are very correct that we can use it in multiple ways. And today we are talking about sustainable living. And this Ajrak fabric, this Ajrak technique is true to this sustainable way of living, because the multiple times the dyeing is done or whatever process, the water that is used, it is recycled in different ways. The sediments are taken away and the water is again used for washing purpose. So that way the wastage is removed. Then again, it uses natural fabrics that I have already said. We are using biodegradable materials like animal dung or scraps of whatever fruits we are eating, or iron
mm,
scraps or seeds. So that way we are not wasting certain things, but we are using them up. And again, the products that which we are using, like for example, manjistha or turmeric, they are itself good for skin. The
mm,
artisan who is making is not getting damage of the chemical dye, which comes into place in many other sectors. But in Ajrak, the artisans, if you hear their speech, their interviews, they'll say that we are happy doing it because it is not harming my skin. So that is
Hmm.
very a positive way to support that. If we are buying, if we are using this fabric in our daily life, then these people are living on with the healthier way of textile manufacture, and also we all, the whole ecosystem of the artisan and the buyer, we all are contributing to keeping up with the heritage. And then again, if I talk about the fabric itself, it is so natural and breathable that वो कोई अगर गया होगा जयपुर में तो वो लोग बोलते हैं कि ये एसी फैब्रिक है। क्यों एसी
Wow.
फैब्रिक है? आ, कि ये गर्मी में ठंडक देती है और ठंडी के सीजन में
It's so
थोड़ा
true.
वार्म फील कराता है। क्यों ये बात है? Because the fibers that are made, they are natural and they are porous. So when you go out in the heat, they expand a bit. In our science, we have learned whatever basic science we have read that in heat, substances expand. So natural things, they have a quality of expanding. So they expand, they increase the pores, and so air goes in and out very nicely. And in winter, as the temperature drops, they contract. So again, the air does not go through. So that way you feel the warmth and you feel cozy. Yes, of course. If you are at minus degree or 10 degree centigrade, you need a pullover or a jacket. But at 16 degree, 15 degree, you are very comfortable in a Ajrak fabric. So that is another beauty of this fabric.
My God, this is
So
so much in store and so much of knowledge. I would say I had never known, because right now it's winter, and I'll say you frankly, I wore this sari in winter as well as peak summer, and I was equally comfortable in both the weathers. So, in short,
see,
Shauli, could Ajrak be called as not just a mere sari, but as an investment? It's actually an investment.
it's actually investment. When I fell in love with Ajrak, I fell in love for sarees. Then I felt that when I was searching for vendors and everything for our boutique, I came across them who, the manufacturers who make sari, definitely, they also make these dress materials and these suit materials. So I then started buying these for my regular office wear because every day I don't wear sari, so I wear suits and everything. So I have started including this, and it feels really comfortable. I'm speaking from India, and in our place it's really humid, and in the summer it's really hot. But now, as I'm sitting, I'm feeling so at home and so pleasant that I can't express. Whosoever has experienced Ajrak, they will write in the comments below that how they feel after using Ajrak. So, Avantika, tell me when you were interacting with our clients and what feedback they gave, or what kind of way they can style the pieces they have bought from us.
Oh my God. So the clients of Ajrak in particular were very stylish. They were a very uh, niche client base I have got who really loves Ajrak, and they have asked me variety of combinations. Like, could we get Ajrak with a bandhani combination? Could we get something which is like which has got solid prints, solid stripe prints on it, and maybe at the archer you have those typically traditional blend. So they were wanting something which with a tweak, with a mixture, and also they are styling it up so marvelously, because you can see in the picture that one of my friend who is also a client has draped this Ajrak sari with a Dolly Jane blouse, which is actually a crop top, and has paired it up with a lovely antique finish or lovely oxidized jewelry, so that looked absolutely amazing. And I have also seen clients decking the saris up with crop top, with shirts, with blazers. Immense amount of ideas that you can come up with, Ajrak. Also, when I'm talking about dress material, because we are also procuring and we also have dress material for pre-order. So the dress material you can make anything and everything what you want to create out of Ajrak. For example, whatever you are wearing, a salwar suit would be wonderful for somebody who is into modern, trendy fashion, a quad set, or even a blazer with a palazzo and maybe a crop top or tube top would look absolutely phenomenal. And I can just imagine like what are the different kinds of fashion that these dress material, whatever you were having in your table, that can create, marvelous pieces, stunning pieces of quad set. Yeah, absolutely. A
This
quad
is
set.
a very beautiful piece for
Mm,
making a coat set. It will look very beautiful. I'm actually
exactly.
waiting for a client. She's going to take this because she precisely purchased it for coat set only. It's very beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful.
Also, Shauli, I was thinking about the men's fashion also in this terms because we have started off Aalo men's recently, and uh, it's been incredible how the men are reacting, and particularly I've seen clients who are wanting to have more of modern kurtas, and they are telling me to get all comfortable fabric which feels absolutely comfortable when you're wearing it at summer or winter, with block print designs. So Ajrak is the perfect material for them if they're wanting to, just grab a short kurta or maybe even long kurtas. Have you seen Amir Khan? Recently, he drapes all block print kurtas, and he drapes all short block print kurtas in whichever occasion he goes. So he is bringing that fashion into a lifestyle, into a living, into a day-to-day living. And men can also drape or make this procure this dress material and bring it into fashion and make anything out of it. Look like it will look absolutely wonderful, and these are comfortable. Like I am we are vouching for the comfort of it because we have used Ajrak and we have draped it in multiple locations in different kinds of weather. So yeah, go, absolutely, people should go for it. And as I said before, it's not just mere a sari or a dress material. Ajraks are really investments which you can pass on to your generations to come. So it's a bridge between the past and our future. It's not just merely a material or a simple technique of block printing. What do you have to say,
So true.
Shauli, about our last final closing remarks about Ajrak?
So true. And the beauty of it is that it has lived across generations and generations. It's the heritage of our soil. The country has suffered from unfortunate geopolitical situations of partition, etc. Yet, this technique has survived in both sides of the border. And it again
Mm,
proves that human beings are that one particular species which carries forward the legacy. So, irrespective
absolutely.
of our borders, we are true to our heritage. We carry it forward in our own very ways. It's like, for example, if you go for the Pakistan side designs or patterns of Ajrak, you will find it is more uh, related to nature, like flowers or rivers or amulets or this kind of
Mm,
things. It's in India, if you come across, you will find some motifs which are true to the Indian style of heritage or architecture, whatever is available in the zone around in Rajasthan and Gujarat. So you can say that both the patterns are different because the blocks are different. They have different cultural backgrounds from where it is done, but the technique is same, the material that is used is same. And I have gone across the articles of both the side of border people, and they are using same material, they are using the same technique. In fact, there is exchange of the dyes as well. They live very
wow.
nearby, and so there is exchange of dyes. Because I came across a person saying that the red dye, that is the manjistha, that comes very good from the Gujarat and Rajasthan side. So they
Mm,
procure. the Sindh people, they procure from India so that they can get that vibrant red. Because for the men also, it is very popular in that part to wear a turban,
Yes.
and they popularly use Ajrak cloth for turban. So it is very nice. And in fact, one fabric I forgot to mention, shawls. Shawls also get dyed in the Sindh province in Ajrak, that wool, because that is again a natural
Mm.
fabric.
So good, so good. So we have learned so much about Ajrak in our today's podcast. Thank you so much for bringing all your knowledge and all your research work when it came to Ajrak. And for the viewers, if you want to inquire about our Ajrak saris or our Ajrak dress materials, we have got an immense amount of collection for pre-orders available. You can reach out to Aalo Australia, our Facebook page and Instagram page, as well as you can WhatsApp or DM me to 0405806373. That's my WhatsApp number. For pre-orders, we have options. We have our existing stock of saris as well in Ajrak, which is natural fabric. Also, the digital print ones, which if somebody is low on a budget, but yet somebody wants to give that look of Ajrak and wants to wear it for maybe a couple of times, and maybe somebody who's looking on a budget, we have options for them as well in digital prints. So go ahead and follow our page, Facebook page and Instagram page, alo.australia, and DM us for getting your Ajrak sorted. Thanks a lot, Shauli, for joining us today. And any closing remarks from your side?
Thank you, Avantika, for such a lovely topic and bringing this up for the clients and for the guests and the viewers, because it is a very important part of history. And I feel that it is a mission which I have embarked upon to bring Indian heritage to every corner of the world. And so I would want you that if you want to own a piece of Ajrak for your wardrobe, do DM us or put across an inquiry. We'll try to customize it as much as possible. There are a number of options. If you get in touch, we'll get show you the details.
Thank you so much. Signing
Thank
off,
you.
and very soon we'll be coming up with our next episode of Drape Dialogues with Alo. Till then, stay tuned and be with us for more such episodes only with Drape Dialogues with Alo. Namaste.
Namaste.